actually doing pretty good. Was down to 180 by yesterday. Then yesterday night I ate like 4 small waffles with lots of jelly and peanut butter on it, and yeah, I ate a lot of volume. I ate like a whole bag of spinach yesterday, so put me back up to 182. So by tomorrow, I'm gonna try to get back down to 180 or 179.5. That's sort of the weigh-in that we were looking for. And by the end of this week, I'd really like to be hitting like a 176 point something. That is the goal for the end of this week. I'm not gonna push too hard, but I do want to get a little bit of water weight off. I do want to get a little bit of fat off, and I want to get this freaking cut to where I was like rolling. Let's get this cut rolling. Let's do this. So guys, the two most commonly asked questions of Jordan to answer are these two questions right here. Number one, how do I get abs? How do I get abs? And to answer that question, put yourself on a caloric deficit. Stay on that deficit for as long as you need to until you see abs. There is much more to it, but that is the simple way to do it. Just type in like IIFIM calculator or macro counting calculator on Google, and it will do it for you. Or you can hire me to do it, and I'll do it more in depth. I'll get to know you, your kids, your grandparents, and how all that affects your metabolism. If you are the second guy to this equation and you're looking to gain weight and build muscle, then you need to put yourself on a caloric surplus. You can also do this using a macronutrient calculator. You can use any of the ones that I just mentioned like 2 seconds ago, literally 2 seconds ago, or you could also get me to help you with that as well. To get your macronutrients, you could hire a coach, you could hire a personal trainer. I'm a coach. You could get your macros on the internet. You could go on YouTube and type in how to eat my macros, or you could listen to me later on in this video. I'm going to do my absolute best during my leg workout to actually voice over, in my opinion, how you could get your macros and either gain or lose weight. And we're just going to go all over that while I am training my little chicken thigh legs right here. Kind of try to get these guys to, yep, that guy. Going to train that guy, and we're going to talk about growing muscle and getting rid of fat. Getting rid of fat, cause you don't want no fat. You don't want no fat, and you don't want no little biceps on your little arms. You want the bigger biceps, and you want to get rid of some fats. There's the gym, but first, let me get into drink. These little Q2 energy drinks really not that bad at all for $2.50 for 2. Like, oh my god. And we're back. You know that guy who sits in his car before he works out and screams really loud. I just listened to that guy. Now I'm gonna go work out. Yeah, I didn't just listen to that guy. I just wanted to scream like him for like 2 seconds. In case you guys have not noticed, I added some style points to the Buick while I was taping it up. Alright guys, what's up? Welcome back to another commentary with Jordan. So as promised, I'm going to talk about macros, how to get your cutting macros if you're looking to lose body fat and show off them abs. Get those abs out from under that body fat, or if you were looking to gain lean body mass and build muscle so you are no longer a twig driving around a Mustang, but you can have a big tricep hanging out of the window while driving the Mustang, because everyone wants to be Vin Diesel. Not really, but a lot of people do, especially if you're, okay. So the first thing that you want to do is find your caloric maintenance. And so our caloric maintenance for this example is going to be 3,000 calories. And we're going to start out talking about cutting, getting shredded, getting leaner, which means we need to put ourselves into a caloric deficit. So you've got that number, 3,000 calories. We're going to put ourselves into a slight caloric deficit of 250 calories. So 250 caloric deficit, that's going to put us at 2750 calories. So now we need to manipulate our macronutrients, pick our macronutrients. So number one, we're going to start talking about protein. So with protein, when you're cutting, you want to shoot for 1.0 to 1.4 grams per pound of lean body mass. Now that's going to range depending on how much you like protein. Personally, I like to eat more carbs and less protein. A lot of my clients actually like to eat a lot of protein because they like chicken, apparently. So This specific person right here is a 190-pound male. This is just an example. So let's say this guy kind of likes protein. So we're going to say 1.2 grams of protein per pound of lean body mass, which is going to be 228 grams of protein per day, which adds up to 912 calories out of the 2750 we have for the entire macronutrient spectrum of fat, carb, and protein. So next we're going to go on to fat. Now when you're cutting, you want to hit around 15 to 20% of your total calories into fat. Like hit those calories into fat. Like those calories fat. Yep, get what I'm saying? So 15 to 20% of your total calories are going to come from fat. That again depends on your food choices, how much fat. We're going to say that our guy wants 20% of his calories to come from fat. So what you do here is multiply 2750 times 0.20, which is going to give you 550 calories, then multiply that by 9, then that's going to give you 61 grams of fat. So 61 grams of fat, 228 grams of protein. What do we have left? Well, Jordan, we have left carbohydrates, and that's going to plug in the rest of the calories. So if we add up our protein and our fat, that is 912 plus 550. So that is going to leave us 1,288 calories for carbohydrates. So we're going to take that number 1,288 and divide it by 4. That's going to give us 322 carbs. So if you're planning on cutting, you're a 190-pound male with a decent metabolism, and your caloric maintenance is 3,000 calories. A good macronutrient number to start out from while you're cutting is going to be 322 grams of carbs. Let's just say 320 to 325 carbs. Fat, you're going to be around 60 to 65 grams. And for protein, you're going to be around 220 to 230 grams of protein. Now, these numbers can float around a lot. You could literally change all three of these macronutrients based off of your eating habits and which ones you like to eat the most. They are flexible. This is just an example for cutting. So Taylor, what is the secret to building muscle?
God, I didn't know you were going to ask the question right now.
Like, what is the secret? Because I've been asked that a lot lately.
The secret to building muscle is
unlimited muscle.
You have to eat right and you have to train for how you eat. A lot of people, I think, confuse the two. I think people will try to be like losing weight with how they eat and trying to build muscle with their workout, or they're working out to lose weight and trying to eat up to build muscle. And so you have to train and fuel your body the same way.
The most commonly asked questions that I get are, number one, how do I get abs? And number two, how do I build muscle? And so, like,
okay, so abs are in the kitchen.
I'm just going to ask a bunch of people this today.
Abs are in the kitchen, and building muscle is, like I said, a combination of what you eat and how you train. But I mean, as far as how you train, it's just going to be hypertrophy sets.
Did you say hypertrophy? Are you one of the hypertrophy people? I'm a hypertrophy kind of guy. In your opinion, what is the secret to building muscle? Like, the secret to building muscle. Like, the secret. The secret.
You see this right here?
Yep. Looks like.
You gotta eat good. I don't care how much you live, or how strong you are. It ain't gonna show if you ain't eating good.
I would say that, like, I don't really like to go by arbitrary terms, but I would say that you're a hard gainer if that was a thing. I don't really believe it's a thing, but I think most of the people that are trying to build muscle just don't eat enough.
Definitely.
Like, they just probably need to eat 1,000 more calories. So.
I agree, but like I said, you can build muscle under what you have. If you want it to show, talking about as far as you want to see what sculpt is, you want to see vascularity, you want to see density. Boom.
My most commonly asked questions are, number one, how to build muscle. Number two, how to get to see your abs. These questions are asked over and over and over again, even though I've got like 100 videos that cover this, like a ton of Facebook status updates that cover this, a ton of Instagram posts that cover this, a ton of content that covers this. I've got 8 books that go over all these things: building muscle, burning fat, dieting, counting macros, caloric deficit, caloric surplus, all of these sort of things. But the thing is, guys, at the end of the day, you have to actually want to do the work. The advice is everywhere. You can hire a coach, you can hire a personal trainer, but at the end of the day, you have to step foot into the gym and do the work. So I'm going to answer all of your questions. If you have a question, leave it in the comment box. Either I've already made a video on it, it's already on my Facebook, it's already on my Instagram, or I'll make another video on it just to recover it, just to have it fresh on my YouTube channel. But the thing is, guys, you have to actually go into the gym and do something with this advice. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and conclude the video. Get moving. Don't just think about things, don't just ask questions. When you ask those questions and you get those answers, or you hire a coach, or you hire a personal trainer, get in the gym, do the work in the kitchen, get going. Get going on your dreams, get going on your goals, get moving. All love. Comment if you have any questions or concerns. Like if you enjoyed the damn video. Until next time, guys, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I love you guys. You guys are awesome.